Okay, in this demo, we're going to do a quick setup of Linux Mint in Oracle VM VirtualBox. So, first we need to create the VM. So, I will just name it Linux Mint. And this fires up the 64-bit Ubuntu option. So, we hit Next. And then we select memory size or equivalent RAM. So, I'm going to go with 4 gig of RAM because my machine can handle it. And then we are going to create a virtual hard disk which will expand as I add more software files and so on. So it's okay to leave it at hard disk size of 10 gig. And now we'll create the virtual disk image and dynamically allocate it. So the hard drive will grow as you add more files to it. Well, we could leave it at 10 or we can increase the size. So I may just increase it to 75 gig. Leave it at that. Now, that's the VM created, so we just need to fire it up. So we hit start. Now, we see here the startup disk is empty, so we need to choose. And we're going to go with the latest version of Linux Mint, which is 20.1, and Cinnamon desktop environment. We're going to choose that and start. Right, so first steps first, start Linux Mint. Let that fire up. Now that's what I like to see. We have an internet connection through the VM, and what I want to do now is install Linux Mint in the VM. So I double click on the install Linux Mint. Now my first language is English, so I'm going to continue. And I will stick with English UK. We're not going to install the media codecs because that's going to take too long in the setup. Well, for this demonstration anyway. The installation of these codecs and so on can be done later on. Now it's going to take some time. Now, this is nothing to worry about. It says erase disk and install Linux Mint. This is not going to erase your personal hard drive, so don't worry about it. What we're just going to do then is hit install now. And read through this. It's going to create its partitions as required. And we just hit continue. Now, don't need to set this because I'm located in Ireland. So this is my time zone here. And I'm just going to hit continue. And I will create my user profile, my name, Give my machine another name. Megatron. Now I need to create a password for myself. And of course I need to retype. As you can see, all the required files are being copied. So that's going to take a few minutes. I will point out that I'm using Oracle VirtualBox, which can be downloaded from Oracle, and I downloaded the latest release of Linux Mint from the Linux Mint website. The Linux Mint ISO is a relatively big file, so depending on your internet connection or speed, it might take a little bit of time to install, or forgive me for that, download. And when I downloaded the image, I chose the Cinnamon desktop environment because it closely resembles Windows 7 or Windows 10. And if you're paying close attention to this video, you can see that yes, you can download and install Spotify. You can also view Netflix, pretty much everything you can do on a Windows laptop or Mac, with the exception of being able to run most Microsoft-based products. But you do have the option of obtaining an alternate version of pretty much every software package out there. Now we're almost finished copying files. And now the system needs to begin installing. If you're having a look here at the feature software, VLC, MPV, Celluloid, they are video player software or play music, depending on your preferences. And you don't need to worry about compatibility issues depending on the video codec or whatever it runs with. You can pretty much play every video or audio format. So WAV, MP3, MP4. And if you're into image manipulation, you can use GIMP. That's one application, and there's plenty of other applications available. if you're looking for similar office-based software, you can install LibreOffice. So LibreOffice has basically similar products to Microsoft Office. So Word, Excel, presentation, Visio, or diagram creating software, or the little database LibreOffice Base, which is similar to MS Access database. And yes, Linux Mint comes with its own software store. You can get a ton of apps there from Spotify, Steam, Dropbox, Blender, pretty much a lot of stuff. As it says, 30,000 plus applications. You can pretty much run anything on Linux Mint that you can run on Windows. So if you're a gamer, you can still use Linux Mint for gaming. And this featured software is Wine, which is the Windows emulator, but it still isn't great for running Windows applications. So if you need to do anything with Windows, install a VM instead if Linux is your primary OS. Or the other alternative is to get a machine with Windows. Now, we'll finish the installation, we'll continue testing because I want to shut down the machine, I don't want to restart it. Now, go here, nice little quit button, and we get shut down. Now, we have to move this because it'll still regarded as the CD being inserted into a virtual disk drive. Now, installation media has been removed, so now we can restart Linux Mint. Yeah, that's it scaled, so apologies for how it might look. Just gonna wait until we hit the login screen. There you go. Now we just sit and wait for it to log in. And as an example, we can change desktop background. Don't show this again. Don't need it. Don't need to launch the driver manager. Don't want to see this dialog again. Don't need it. Unless you want to read through the help files. Now, change the desktop background. So right click. Now, change desktop background. As simple as, if not similar to, Windows. So now that's it. Just click on an image and voila, there you go. Now, updating your machine is as simple as opening the update manager down here, which looks like a shield And this will look for any and all updates required. Do you want to switch to a local mirror? We'll go yes. Just enter in your password and authenticate. No, leave those settings as is and just click apply update. Yeah, and enter your password again. Now, do you want to switch to a local mirror? No, we'll leave it as is. And here is your updates. And all you have to do is click install updates. That's simple. Yeah, trigger additional changes. This is nothing to worry about. Just click OK. Then enter your password. Yeah, so even in a VM, I'm getting approximately, well, I was getting 2 meg download speed, but it's dropped. So we'll let that do what it's doing. No need to sit and hold its hand. Now here's a few other things you can do. System report. So install language packs, install multimedia codecs, or set up system restore utility. I don't see these as being important to me right now, as I'm only doing this as a demonstration. But we will run Firefox just as a demonstration. Now, we'll go to Google. And since it's my first time using Google with this VM, yeah, we can agree. Then we will search. Now, that is the demonstration over and done with. We'll let this continue in the background, and I'll complete the demonstration video there.